Hi, my name is Abel H. Alvarez. I will be your TA for the class Infectious Disease Epidemiology. Today we're going to deal with the topic Outbreak Epidemiology. We are going to have a lot of fun in this class. Our objectives to cover for today is 1. Define an outbreak. Number 2. Classify an outbreak. Number 3. What are the next steps to take? So these are important steps that we need to take. Number 4, we need to define surveillance. What is the importance of surveillance in epidemiology? Number 5, what is an outbreak investigation?
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents, millions quarantined with whole cities in lockdown. But how did the coronavirus spread so quickly?
The world remains dangerously unprepared for a global pandemic. For too long, the world has operated on a cycle of panic and neglect. We throw money at an outbreak, and when it's over, we forget about it and do nothing to prevent the next one. This is dangerously short-sighted and frankly difficult to understand. If we fail to prepare, we're preparing to fail.
To talk about what is an outbreak. Several outbreaks have been recorded throughout the centuries, such as cholera, influenza, malaria, smallpox, and the plague, just to mention a few. These diseases killed people by millions, altering the course of wars and the history, and affected the lives of countless people. What is an outbreak? Outbreak occurs when there is an increase in the incidence of a disease above the reported endemic levels. The outbreak may affect a small localized group or impact thousands of people across a continent. An outbreak may occur for a variety of reasons, such as poor handling of food, for example, due to environmental contaminants, uncontrolled infections, or intentional acts of terrorism. So we need to know about the classification because it is important for us to understand the severity of the outbreak as well as the population size affected. We have sporadic outbreaks. They occur occasionally with no set pattern. They occur at random, are infrequent and irregular. We have also the epidemic outbreaks, where several cases of people suffering from the same disease, which is significantly higher than the normal occurrence in that region. And then we have the pandemic outbreaks. It's very similar to the epidemic outbreak, except that it happens at a much larger scale. It could span of more than one country as well as the entire globe. So what do we do after we we understand or we know that there's an outbreak going on. To begin with, we try to locate or find the source of the outbreak, where the infectious diseases are coming, infectious agents are coming from, so we can avoid coming into contact with this agent. We also can find means to destroy the microorganism causing the disease. We need to know how the disease spreads. It would help us prevent future outbreaks. If we know if it's coming from another person, if it's person to person, if it's coming from animals, or if it's waterborne or airborne. We also need to know how many people is expected to be affected without medical intervention. There you can see the epidemiologists working to answer this question, because they report the disease as incidences over time. They record cases, they make graphs, and then try to find, to predict rates of infection to advise the population. We also need to know how severe is the disease. If there are already dead people, that means mortality. And if mortality is high, there is an obvious urgency to reduce the spread of the disease before it kills more people. Also, we need to know about what we call surveillance. As we can see, for example, the report of an outbreak may come from different sources. For example, doctor's office, hospitals, nursing homes, even individuals that are sick, if they report to the health department. Surveillance is considered a core function of the public health practice and a close ally of outbreaks. The World Health Organization defines surveillance as the continuous systematic collection, analysis, and interpretation of health-related data needed for the planning, implementation, and evaluation of public health practice. In other words, public health surveillance may be used to track emerging health-related issues at an early stage, so to find active solutions in a timely manner. In the US, we have an organization called the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, better known as the CDC. It plays a key role in monitoring potential disease outbreaks in our country. And on a larger scale, we have the World Health Organization. It collects information from around the world to help monitor outbreaks, emerging and re-emerging diseases. The collection of this data helps us define the disease state or the disability that is caused by these infectious diseases or the resulting poor health. Now, we quickly review what is an outbreak investigation, where the outbreak epidemiologist is the detective or a disease detective. Outbreak investigation is the systematic process of evaluating data to form hypotheses. The understanding of the basic steps of outbreak epidemiology can guide the investigator to determine which and what data to collect. We can conclude saying that the public health continually has to face new challenges in the control of infectious diseases, either because of a new disease, the re-emergence of diseases that were no longer considered a threat, the threat of use of biological weapons and or changes in the environment. The news media and social media have enhanced outbreak awareness. That helps. We as individuals can help prevent and stop outbreaks by following simple rules such as hand washing, social distancing, and wearing a mask. Thank you.